The Ship of Fools, Episode 19, The World Eater, The Dimming of the Stars. The Battlecruiser, PP-608, drifted into a region of space that felt abandoned by creation itself. The stars here were faint, scattered like dying embers across a hearth long gone cold. Even Aurora's AI voice softened, as though she feared waking something ancient. "Commander," she said, her hologram flickering with a strange hesitation, "stellar cartography is failing to match known star patterns." Banning frowned at the display. "Failing how?" Aurora paused, as if choosing her words carefully. "Entire constellations are missing. Clusters that should be here are not." Snipes leaned closer to the viewport, his breath fogging the glass. "Stars don't just disappear. They burn out, they collapse, they go nova, but they don't vanish." Moxie's gaze swept the dark horizon. "Delastria warned us. Something devours worlds." The ship drifted deeper into the void, and the void seemed to lean closer, listening. The shadow in the dark. The first sign was a vibration. Faint, rhythmic, like a heartbeat echoing through the hull. Snipes pressed his ear to a bulkhead, his expression tightening. "It's coming from outside," he whispered. Aurora confirmed it. "A gravitational pulse, enormous, approaching." Banning straightened. "Show us." The view screen flickered, struggling to interpret what it saw. At first, there was nothing but darkness. Then the darkness shifted, revealing a shape so vast it defied comprehension. It wasn't a ship. It wasn't an asteroid. It wasn't alive in any way they understood. It was a silhouette against the stars, a silhouette that swallowed entire constellations. Snipes' voice cracked. "That's not a creature." Moxie's breath caught. "Then what is it?" Aurora's voice trembled. "A gravitational anomaly of unprecedented scale, mass equivalent to a small moon, but shifting, changing, feeding." Banning stared, unable to look away. "Feeding on what?" Aurora hesitated. "On stars." The World Eater. The thing drifted closer, its form fluid and shifting like smoke suspended in water. Tendrils of darkness extended from its core, reaching toward distant suns. Wherever they touched, light dimmed. Heat vanished. Stars flickered and died. The ship shuddered as one of those tendrils brushed the edge of their gravitational field. Snipes yelped and stumbled backward. "It touched us! It touched us!" Aurora's voice sharpened. "Shields destabilizing. We must retreat." Banning shook his head. "If we run, it'll follow. It's drawn to energy, to heat, to life." Moxie's eyes widened. "It's hunting." The creature turned toward them. Not physically. It had no eyes, no face, no features. But they felt its attention, a cold, ancient awareness. A hunger older than galaxies. The lights flickered. Aurora whispered, "It sees us." The flight. The ship spun away, engines roaring as Banning pushed the ship to its limits. The creature followed, gliding through space with impossible grace. It didn't accelerate. It didn't maneuver. It simply moved, and space bent around it. Snipes clung to his console. "It's gaining! How is it gaining? We're going full burn!" Aurora's voice was tight. "It is not chasing us! It is falling toward us! Space itself is collapsing in its wake!" Moxie braced herself against the shaking hull. "We need a plan." Banning gritted his teeth. "We need to outthink it." Snipes shouted, "It eats planets. How do you outthink something that eats planets?" A tendril of darkness reached for them, brushing the shields. The ship lurched violently, alarms blaring. Aurora shouted, "Commander, another impact will destroy us!" Banning slammed his fist on the console. "Then we don't let it hit us again." V. The mind of a starving god. Aurora projected a hologram of the creature. a swirling mass of gravitational distortions, energy voids, and impossible geometry. It hurt to look at, as though the mind rejected the idea of its existence. "It is not alive," Aurora said. "Not in any biological sense. It is a cosmic phenomenon, a predator formed from collapsed dimensions." Moxie studied the hologram. "Can it think?" "Yes," Aurora said, "but not like us. It perceives gravity the way we perceive light. It hunts by sensing mass, heat, motion." Snipes blinked. "So we're basically a giant neon sign that says, 'Eat me.'" Banning stared at the hologram. "What if we turn off the sign?" Aurora paused. "Commander, are you suggesting we power down the ship?" "Yes!" Snipes screamed. "No!" Moxie hesitated. "It might work. If we go dark, it might lose our trail." Aurora calculated rapidly. "Probability of success? Low. Probability of immediate death? High." Banning nodded. "So, normal odds for us." He took a breath. "Do it." The silence. The ship powered down. Lights died. Engines silenced. Life support dropped to a whisper. Aurora dimmed until she was barely visible. The ship drifted, cold and silent, like a corpse in space. The creature slowed. Its tendrils retracted. It drifted past them, so close they could feel the gravity pulling at their bones. The hull groaned. Snipes whimpered. Moxie held her breath. Banning closed his eyes. The creature paused. It hovered. It listened. The ship was silent. The creature moved on, slowly, gracefully, hunting elsewhere. The crew exhaled as one. Snipes collapsed to the floor. "I never want to do that again." Aurora flickered. "Commander, we are not safe." Banning frowned. "Why not?" Aurora pointed to the view screen. The creature had stopped. It was turning, slowly, deliberately, toward them. "It knows," Aurora whispered. "It knows we are here." The gamble. The creature surged toward them. Banning shouted, "Power up!" The ship roared back to life. Snipes screamed, "It's coming!" Moxie shouted, "We need a distraction!" Aurora's eyes glowed. "Commander, I have an idea!" Banning nodded. "Do it." Aurora projected a massive energy signature. A false star, behind the creature. A beacon of heat and mass so bright it distorted sensors. The creature hesitated. It turned. It lunged toward the false star. Snipes blinked. "Aurora, you genius!" Aurora dimmed. "It will not hold for long." Banning shouted, "Then let's end this!" The star trap. The PP-608 raced toward a nearby neutron star, a dense, spinning remnant of a collapsed sun. Its gravity was immense. Its magnetic field was lethal. Snipes screamed, "We're flying into a neutron star!" Banning shouted, "Not into it, around it." Aurora calculated. "Commander, the gravitational shear will tear us apart." "Only if we get too close." Moxie gripped her console. "And the creature?" Banning's eyes hardened. "It'll follow us." The creature sensed their energy spike. It turned. It lunged. The ship dove toward the neutron star, skimming the edge of its gravity well. The ship shook violently. Panels sparked. Snipes screamed. Moxie held on. Aurora flickered. The creature followed. Its mass distorted the star's magnetic field. The star reacted. A burst of radiation erupted, a flare of unimaginable power. The creature was caught in the blast. It shrieked, not in sound, but in gravity, a ripple that shook the ship. Its form twisted, collapsed, imploded, and vanished. The quiet after. The ship drifted away from the neutron star, battered but intact. Snipes slumped in his chair. "We killed it." Aurora shook her head. No, we disrupted it, scattered it, but something that old, something that vast, cannot truly die. Moxie stared at the stars. Will it come back? Aurora hesitated. Eventually, Banning exhaled. Then we'll be ready. The ship turned away from the neutron star. The stars ahead were brighter, but the darkness behind them felt deeper, older, hungrier. The ship flew on. End of episode 19. To be continued.